Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare.
you. Srila Prabhupada ki. It's too loud? Okay. Is this better? Is this okay? Okay. I'm going to hold the mic at a distance. Okay. I'm going to read the introduction from Maharaj's book, the latest book that Maharaj has released, Poems 2. So I'll just read the introduction of Maharaj from this book. A shy Canadian farm boy turned monk, John Fish, now Bhaktimarga, John Viss. Now Bhaktimarga Swami stepped his way into the moniker of the walking monk one stride at a time after finding a path forged by saintly Indian scholar and spiritualist, the founder and preceptor of ISKCON, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The walking monk joyfully shares the wisdom of India's ancient and inspiring texts worldwide through poetry, upbeat musical mantra meditation and dance, writing and directing his vibrant and avant-garde live theater productions, and of course, marathon walking. His marathons have been covered in 2 Canadian film documentaries and numerous international media outlets. He has detailed his walking adventures and insights in his books, The Saffron Path, Trekking the Globe with the Walking Monk, Poems 1 and Poems 2. Following his passion to serve others, Bhaktimarga Swami is rarely at his home base in Toronto, Canada. He continues to eagerly set the rhythm of his feet far and near, by tree and by tower, to honor the practice of history's greatest pilgrims. He also shares his experiences promoting connection to nature, to each other, and to the divine in his daily blog and on his Instagram page. So, Maharaj has very graciously given us his association for the second time this year. Earlier, many of you may remember, he visited us February this year. And now Maharaj has come here again to give us his divine association for the purpose of walking across the entire country of Netherlands. Hari Bol. So this is an 8-day walk that we are doing. We have reached Barn now, and tomorrow we'll continue from Barn all the way to the eastern border. So it's an amazing experience walking 20 kilometers a day with Maharaj. So any of you who want to join us, you're most welcome. Maharaj is, as we read, he's also an author, and he has published books about his adventures on the road. That is the Saffron Path. We have several copies of those books, and anyone who wants those books can approach us, Ravindra Sarup Prabhu, Vaibhavi Mataji, or myself after the talk. Right? So Srila Prabhu, with this, we welcome His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Dank je wel. Oh my God, yeah. Yes. Oh, we'll talk about that. Hare Krishna. All right, should we do some kirtan, or is there enough kirtan that went on prior? Okay, let's go for it. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavallabha Giravaradhari. Gopi Janavallabha Giravaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giravaradhariya Dear Gopi Jana Vallabha Giravaradhariya Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Ajaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Okay, put it up there. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Put it down there. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Put it up there and down there, up there and down there, and sideways. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari So, okay, thank you very much. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militangena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Srila Prabhupada ki. From Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Contents of the Gita summarized. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashochan Anvashochas Twang Pragyavadangs Chabasase Gatasungs Cha Nanu Shuchanti Pandita. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, "You are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead." Let's, if you could repeat after me. Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, "You are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead." Sorry. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay. I did before we go ahead, I just want to introduce somebody who's been on the walk with us for the last couple of days. That's Jaden, and he's from Canada. And he's got, 12% Dutch blood in you? The rest is Ukrainian something, but he's Canadian. Haribo. Okay, here we go. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord at once took. Okay, that's okay. You're very enthusiastic. Here's another. Martin's. He's also been walking with us. Yay! Let's hear it for the walkers. And also Yadu. The last part. Sampati. Yeah. Super bike cyclist. Yes. Who else? Who else has been with us? And I just want to say Helga. She's our videographer, I guess you could say. She's been there every day. She's tiny, but she keeps up with us. Jai, who else has been? You were yesterday. Only yesterday. You were a great help. He gave us green drinks, and it wasn't from the swamp. Okay. The Lord at once took the position of the teacher and chastised the student, calling him indirectly a fool. The Lord said, "Are talking like a learned man, but you do not know that one who is learned, one who knows what is body and what is soul, does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living nor in the dead condition. As explained in later chapters, it will be clear that knowledge means to know matter and spirit, and the controller of both." Arjuna argued that religious principles should be given more importance than politics or sociology. But he did not know that knowledge of matter, soul, and the Supreme is even more important than religious formularies. And because he was lacking in that knowledge, he should not have posed himself as a very learned man. As he did not happen to be a very learned man, he was consequently lamenting for something which was unworthy of lamentation. The body is born and is destined to be vanquished today or tomorrow. Therefore, the body is not as important as the soul. One who knows this is actually learned, and for him there is no cause for lamentation, regardless of the condition of the material body. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. We chose this shloka because it can be sometimes misunderstood and misread, misinterpreted. I would say, like in the early days of the movement, devotees went a little extreme in their adaptation of the message of the divine narrative of Krishna, called Bhagavad Gita as it is. What I mean by that is we were trained that everything's Maya. Like, don't walk out of the building alone. Don't go to the park alone. It's Maya. You remember those days? Okay. And that family may also be Maya. You know, your mother's Maya, your father's Maya. Thank you so much. You know, it was a little extreme. It wasn't like a balanced viewpoint. So we know that Arjun was arguing very much in favor of how can we carry on with a war like this? What message are we sending to our family, the generations to come? You know, if we just allow, you know, this rush, adrenaline of wanting to fight and kill, what does it mean? And especially against family members, because as you know, that there are cousins on the other side. The guru was there, martial arts guru, and respected elder Bhishma Dev. So Arjun was saying, I think this is very extreme. But Krishna argued at the point. All endeavors were already made to try to negotiate, and that failed. Even God himself went to negotiate with Mr. Nonsense, Duryodhan. It's okay to call him Mr. Nonsense. Do you like that? Once we had a rat infestation in our temple in Toronto, and one of them was like the alpha male, and he had this curved back. We called him Duryodhan. He was very bold. You'd be eating something, and you'd just come around, look up, and then take off. Okay, so the theme that I want to bring up is how important it is to, reflect on what family has done for you. We're all shaped by family, whether we like it or not, whether we had great parents or bad parents. And we are what we are, and whatever they have done, you know, are the shapers of our very selves. They have contributed something. You know, we can't look at the negative so much. You know, how my father was abusive or my mother was an alcoholic. Whatever the case is, they must have done something, some good somewhere. Okay, so one of my reasons for walking across this great land of the Netherlands was to it's in dedication to my parents who came from this land, the land of windmills and kloppen. I'm sorry if I didn't say it perfectly. Okay, forgive me. And yeah, I guess we'll just leave it there. Yeah. And they came here and they went through the Depression. They went through the war. It was not nice, but the Canadian soldiers came here, and they helped very much in the liberation of Holland against the nasties or Nazis. Is there any difference? I don't think there's any difference. And so then there was kind of like a love affair that took place between the two countries. I remember my dad saying when the Canadian soldiers came to Holland, in their uniforms, they looked so attractive to the Matajis. He didn't say Matajis, by the way. But, so anyways, they got together. Some of them got together, and many babies happened. You know when they say there was a happening, it just happened. And they were called liberation babies. There were at least about 4,000 kids had Canadian daddies and Dutch mummies. Moms. That sounds better than mummy, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's a nice story, and a lot of Dutch people came, immigrants. They heard about Canada. It's a big, spacious place. There's a lot of opportunity, and there's a lot of flat, black soil. So you know what that means. Let's check it out. All right. And I wanted to share with you, here's a picture. And it's not very big, but you can go, oh, if you want. Here's a picture of my parents at their engagement, I guess. Okay, you can finish it now. Enough is enough. Okay. Yeah, so my dad was a super dad, and in this book that I wrote called The Saffron Path, we've written about their situation. When somebody asked me 2 days ago, what do you think of when you're walking? Was that person here now today? What are you thinking of when you're walking? What are you thinking about? Kurunika. Okay, there's no Kurunika people here. Okay. So the answer was something like this. Well, you do try to be very present. You try to register what's going on around you. You have to, and I'm not one of those people that plug myself in and listen to lectures, I just try to absorb what is being told to me by the elements around me. I think that's very important, and if you want to be attentive and be very much present, which means to be in the mode of goodness, then, do away with those things. Throw them in the canal. And absorb what's going on around you. Mm-hmm. So you can spend some time in the past, present, and future. And I think that's what we all do every day of our life, right? You spend some time in the future. What are my plans? What am I going to do next year? What about 5 years from now? What about 10 years from now? What about 20 years from now? By the way, I hope to live 108. So if I keep walking, I think I might be okay. But it's very important to be very much in the present. And I told this story the other day that when I was in Halifax, my first walk, that's in 1996, and somebody from the Canadian Broadcasting Company came, CBC. And if CBC comes and are interested in your story, that's really good, okay? They've got a good reputation. And so a lady came with her tape recorder and asked questions like, okay, so your name, can I get it? And I gave my name, Bhaktimarga Swami. And okay, when did you start this walk? April the 12th, this year, that was 96. Okay, and why are you doing this walk? The walk is for the spiritual healing of the nation. Our nation is suffering, like all nations on the planet. A lot of people are stuck with believing in the lie, the great lie. What is the great lie? I am this body. Big untruth. Big falsehood. I am this body. No, I'm not this body. I'm a spirit. Okay, so she asked those kind of questions. She asked some practical things. How many pairs of shoes does it take to walk across Canada? And I said, well, I'm on my 4th pair, and I'll be finished the walk soon. I just have a little stretch of Newfoundland to go through, and then I'll be finished. I said, okay. Now, okay, Swami, so now that you're almost finished the walk, what is the greatest moment that happened on your walk? If you can tell me that. So when she told me that, I sort of fumbled. I just kind of froze. I said, nothing really stands out as the greatest moment. I could have told her about, the grizzly bear that was right behind me, stalking me. I could have talked about the black birds that were dashing at me. I was near their nesting grounds, and they were just kind of coming at me, and I think they tried to go for your eyes. And one time I dealt with the call of nature in the forest, and I stepped on the wrong place. It was a wasp nest. And 7 fierce bites ended up on my backside. That was too embarrassing to talk about. So I was just trying to think. My mind was, like one moment seemed like 12 years or more. And then it came up, oh, here's the answer. Well, the greatest thing that happened on this walk is that you're standing here in front of me. And you're asking me this question, what is the greatest moment? And I'm standing looking at you and trying to figure out how to answer your question. That's the greatest moment that happened on this walk. So she said, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's being in the present, being in the moment. Isn't it like that? So there's a lot of truth to that. And, Srila Prabhupada, he often used this term, phrase. You may have heard it, and it's a very simple one, and it's very real. And he was trying to train us. We were all young. I don't know, do you have a Dutch equivalent to whippersnappers? Whippersnappers, that's what we call it in English, That means you're young, you're wild, you're out of control, kind of more or less, right? And so it's Prabhupada said this, pay attention to details. Pay attention to detail. Like driving, you do it with care. Like tending a garden, you do it with care. Paying attention to details. And whatever else you might be. You're cooking in the kitchen for Krishna, and you're making a sabji with aloo and peas, and you're doing it with care. And if you don't do it with care, there's going to be a scare, and it's going to burn. It'll get scorched, and especially if it's for a Sunday feast, people are going to be really disappointed, and they're going to, they burned it, So therefore, pay attention to details means, look at what you've got. You've got this life, whatever is the remainder of it, and let's make the best of it. Look at what stage you're at. Are you one of those persons called brahmachari or brahmacharini? Like, are you an actual student of Krishna consciousness? What are you doing about it? Are you taking your studies seriously? It's called swadhyaya. That means you study the Shastra, and do it, maybe systematically. It's not a bad idea. Study together with someone. It's hard to study alone. Have you ever noticed? Have you ever tried that? Studying alone? Okay. Ashochan ambashochas. Okay. So therefore, that reinforcement by other people coming together makes a big, big difference. What if you're a grahastha? How many people are grahasthas here or have been grahasthas? Yeah? Okay. And you know what that means. Paying a lot of attention to the offspring, those that have sprung from you and who keep springing around, jumping the balls, kids, children. What do you call them in Dutch? What, children? Kinderen. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Go right on cue. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Or if you're into that mode of like what we call vanaprast. Vanaprast means you live in do we have some vanaprasts? Okay. That means you live in the vana, the forest. Sort of, right? It just means you're in that period of your life where simplicity is what counts. Maybe you're making a lot of visitations to holy places. That kind of thing. Sometimes husband and wife, they actually team up. They've lived their full life. They've had their dozen kids or so. They're married. Now it's time for the parents to take care of themselves and strengthen their higher consciousness, Krishna consciousness. So they they might spend time in the forest, literally. Or at least they'll lead a detached life, and they do it together. At some point, there might be separation, and That means you live like a sannyasi, which is okay for both men and women, but formally I wouldn't advise it for Matajis. You'll be exploited by people out there. Yeah, so those are the 4 stages of life that have to do with our spirituality, and we just pay attention to the codes that are to be followed in the particular modes. And that's a very interesting aspect of Krishna's teachings. Chaturvarnyamayashrishtam guna karma vibhagasaha. You know, we all fit into a certain kind of psychophysical box. You know, we're all born a certain way. You know, and it's good to identify with what stage period you're at, and live it. You know, live it as it's meant to be. And like, say, for instance, the other day I had a chat with one of the devotees who said it's a good idea not to be too transcendental, you know. And like, say, if you're a grihasta and you have a partner, life partner, maybe it's a good idea to be a grihasta and not to be too much of a swami, right? Or let's say, for instance, someone is, they just arrived, they just came in on the scene. I met with devotees 6 months ago, and I believe that in 6 months from now, I'll be a pure devotee, right? Do you know that kind of sort of neophyte consciousness, overzealousness? Have you ever felt that before? What's that? A song about it, I'm sure. Right, I think I heard your song before. Yes, yeah. So live very much in the present. You know, be very real about yourself, and that's what's required to make that happen. Is to have somebody in your life who's going to give some guidance, somebody who's a life coach. We call it guru, and guru is not necessarily one. When we say guru is one, it means there might be several people who are directing you, but they all have the same aim, they're on the same wavelength, and they're all giving the same kind of instructions. The first guru in our life is the guy who plays Krishna, the Adi Guru. You know? He's the guru for everyone. And then we have other gurus in our life. Technically, they're called perhaps Vartma Pradarshaka Guru. That is the person who may have introduced you to Krishna consciousness. And thank you very much. Vartma Pradarshaka Guru could be the person who may have talked to you. They may have not been in a totally liberated state. They may have been stoned, but they got you into Krishna consciousness. Then there's also other forms of gurus. Shiksha Guru, which of course is Srila Prabhupada. We're reading his books, his texts. We're following his directives. So he's our automatic guru. And in our movement, he's the prominent guru. He's the main one, right? And then you also have what's called Diksha Guru, somebody who comes around maybe once in a while and does a formula, you know, like say formula, like what we call like fire yagya and so on like that. So, and that person is also giving encouragement, giving instructions. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the walk if we can. We got a little time till 5 o'clock, right? 5? Yes? Okay, I started to walk across the country, that is in Canada, because I was going through a difficult period, and it's okay to admit that, you know, I am, you know, having some personal problems. Not spiritual problems, I didn't have that at all. I was just having problems with my community, gossip going on. Have you ever heard about people gossiping? It's really terrible. It's horrible. It's the worst thing. I can't think of anything worse in the whole universe but gossip. It's just horrific. And in regards to that, I will just here. I'm going to read to you something. It's called "Loose Tongue Monster." It's one of the poems in this first book here. Denouncing gossip. Gossip is the cowardly, unofficial occupation of a jerk. Volunteers are either on part or full-time work. Call it a toxic tongue, a plague worse than a pandemic, a dirty and dark behind-the-back dynamic, a casual chat where the truth is not confirmed, a devil's radio broadcasting nothing to be learned. Gossipy people have nothing of substance to say. Fabrications from their mouth are always on display. It's a syndrome, a condition of verbal diarrhea. They are rumor addicts like alcoholics on tequila. Do take note that those who gossip to you will inevitably and eventually gossip about you. And those who know so little about you suddenly become an authority, having all the goods on you. Perhaps the greatest human offender is the gossiper, though feeling their contribution has the status of philosopher. Little do they know that gossip, a lethal weapon, will act karmically, as if to beckon, like a boomerang that's suddenly released and comes back to haunt and strike like a beast. So stay away from this backstabbing game. Stay away from fault finders who bear no shame. Stay away from loose-tongued monsters of derision. And hold hands with folks who have some vision. A superior investment to being critical is to point out the good in an individual. Don't let that big, fat mouth try to obstruct two good listening ears poised to reconstruct. Any hope for a rumor monger, perhaps, is our deep prayer, a call for a miracle, compassion, and help on a major repair. Haribol. So, yeah. People were gossiping about Lord Krishna. You know, people were gossiping about Srila Prabhupada. We know that in the annals of Srila Prabhupada's history, those kind of things went on. So anyways, because of those types of dynamics, I decided in 1995, let me, when the calendar flips over to the next year, 96, I'll get serious about walking across Canada. By the way, I'm a patriotic monk. I like my country, and we should like our country, even if it's not the best. I go to Cuba every year, and there's a lot of people who said, you know, I remember one guy, quite, you know, probably about 40 years old. He was kind of a hipster guy, and he said, I love my country, but I don't like the leaders. Okay, and you hear that that kind of thing goes on, and it's not gossip. It doesn't pass as gossip. So you have to like your land, and to like your land and to know your land, they usually say you should walk it. If you want to know your country, walk it. And don't fly through like a rocket, you know, but rather walk it. You know, touch the soil, smell what's out there, the good manure, you know, which we smelled this morning. And get out and meet the people. Just get out there and shake hands, say hello, goeiemorgen, you know, and even for those warriors, those warriors that are on their bicycles, because your country is controlled by cyclists. I've got to know that, okay? But we still love them. We still like them. Okay. So the idea was to get out there and live like a sannyasi. the methodology was to have a person each time I went across the country who had a little extra time. We would sleep in their vehicle at night or set up a tent and then get up in the morning and just start walking. And my support guy would drive me to the spot from where I left off before. There's a case where we have a place called the Prairies where Jaden lives. And everything just looks like, it's like, everything looks like everything or it looks like nothing. I don't know how to describe it. It's like infinity. It's just a big flat land, and so wherever you left off from the day before, you might not know, well, how can I identify it? There has to be a landmark. So we had this white plastic bucket. We put it on the side of the ditch, hoping no one will pick it up. Said, this is the spot where we left off from the day before, okay? So then I start walking, and on the average, we're doing, 42 kilometers a day. And according to the Athenian people of the Olympics, that's a marathon. And I didn't know that till later on. But so what happens on a normal day? You're walking and someone pulls over. Would you like a ride? They lower down the window. Would you like a ride? Said, well, thank you very much. I'm not taking any rides though. I'm a monk, and this is what monks do. We walked long distances. So I'm going to St. John's, Newfoundland, which is the other end of the country, say, like, for instance. And they'll kind of deny it. No way. No way, Jose. And I said, no, I'm doing it. And he says, well, what for? And I tell them I'm walking for the spiritual healing of the nation. And since I'm a monk, you're supposed to meet people and try to make friends along the way. Journalists would come and they'll say, so why are you doing this walk? I said, well, it's a friend raiser. You're not raising funds for anything? No, it's not a fundraiser. It's a friend raiser. We're trying to make friends all the way across the country. Now, when I first started, the Hare Krishna movement was still regarded as a cult, like sinister cult. But we got out of that category thanks to, in large part, to theologians, religious scholars, who gave us, let the public know about our bona fides, that we're okay. We represent an ancient history with roots from India. And the other area which was really helped is just people, their mentality. There's a lot of people coming from different places. And the Hindu diaspora was extremely helpful in backing us up. You're calling my religion a cult? My ancestors followed this for thousands of years, and you're calling this a cult. We were around before Christ did his thing, before Buddha came around. So how can you call us a cult? So that kind of reinforcement helped our movement an awful lot. Now people have come to accept. And if you are not doing anything scandalous, then they'll like you. If you follow the rules of the country, then it's okay. And I know in the early days, we just didn't care very much for the policies by the karmis, right? You remember those days? So we were being very transcendental, let's put it that way. And so we grew up, and we understood that just follow the policies. Policies are policies. It's to protect you. Policies are there in place. Even we talked earlier on about the four social and spiritual orders of life, which is described in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. They are policies. They are codes to live by. Do that, and you'll be okay. That's all you really have to be concerned about. If you're a parent, then be one. Act like one. If you're a teacher, be a teacher. Act like one. And if you're a biker, act like one, but be a nice biker. One of the chapters in this book, The Saffron Path, is about the bikers that I met along the way. And so one day I was in Northern Ontario, and with a brahmachari from Cuba. We were both dressed the same. And this guy comes down in his motorcycle, and he stops right in front of us, and we're wondering, what does this guy want? And he takes off his hood, and he says, "I'm warning you guys. I'm warning you guys." And we're wondering, what did we do wrong? Okay, I'm warning you guys. A few kilometers back on the highway here, this bear came at me. This bear was chasing him and keeping up on my speed. I wasn't sure what to do. So you're walking into that area, so I'm warning you guys. Okay. So we kept walking, and then finally we saw this black bear, and this black bear was chewing on wild strawberries, and she was in the ditch, and we were up a little higher, and she felt a little threatened, because we found out later, a black bear, arr. And we found out later her 3 cubs were here, we were standing here, and she was there. So naturally she's defensive, right? So my Cuban friend, who'd never seen snow before and never seen a bear in his life, and he said, "Mars, let's go. No, I think it's going to be okay." So we were just watching the bear, and she was munching away, and at some point, enough is enough. She didn't say that. She just, send the vibrations out there. And she got up on her hinds, like this, and then came down, and I'll say, "Okay, we're going to go now." I'll share the mantra with you, which I've shared with you, Jaden, and I'm sure you probably heard, about bears. In Canada, we have 3 different categories of bears. If it's a black bear, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lie down. If it's white, good night. The polar bears, if you're in with a you're finished. That's just the reality. So the beautiful thing about walking across a place like Canada is all this natural wildlife. But I have to confess, the wildest of the wildlife are something called Homo sapiens. They drive cars and trucks, and they sometimes can be out of control. I have had redneck dynamics happen to me. That means like we're the kind of nasty, like I was in, the worst place was in BC. The worst people I met was in BC. It's kind of hard, in the mountains. And this couple of young guys, they saw me, and they were just they came out of the car real nasty. They got back in the car, and very deliberately, they got in the car and they put it on, I guess, neutral. And they spun the tires, and gravel was, being shot up in my face. They were not very nice, And so you meet those kind of people, but you can't take it too seriously. You know why? Because I am not this body. I'm a spirit. I'm not this body. Most people are very friendly, very kind, and I get the feeling that I'm supposed to be kind and try to follow the program. Most people are just really kind. Like even police officers, they'll pull over and say, "I heard what you're doing. I think it's great. Can I give you some fruit?" Like even while they're on duty, or a donation. They're not really supposed to be doing those kind of things, but they have a heart. People have hearts, and that's one thing you'll realize when you go out there. Whatever you want to think about human beings, there's just a lot of kindness out there. And then when they see you doing something for the country or for the people in general, and they expect a monk to do that. They expect devotees. I'm talking about all of us to show proper behavior. And my greatest pet peeve about this walk, now that we've finished 4 days of walking in the Netherlands, is what? The fact that when you're walking on a trail, it's mainly reserved for travelers. And it is the opinion of cyclists, this is our turf. And you are a bunch of people spread out across the whole sidewalk trail. And remember, just I'm letting you know it's our domain. Okay. And I just feel devotees have to respect that a little bit, at least stay on one side, and then just respect that they need space too, right? And yeah, so I'm going to sort of wrap it up there. Maybe we'll have a chance for questions and answers later. But there's a lot of stories to tell about the walks. And I would just say that we met a reporter today, a journalist, and she was asking a lot of questions about why the walk and so on like that. Well, it's to, one answer is, and I did tell her, it makes you humble. Makes you humble. And why is that important? Well, it bashes your ego. And the ego is something to be very concerned about. Ego, E-G-O, stands for edging God out. So the point is to, subdue that monster, which in Sanskrit is called ahankara. Now, if that is not a name of a demon, I don't know what is. Ahankar. So we, each and every one of us, have a ahankar. And it is our job, it's an individual endeavor, to tone it down, that ego, which hurts us. Not only spiritually, but in every direction that we go to. If you have an ego, if you have what's called nose trouble, then you will end up with nothing but trouble. So we want to become trouble-free. And with the journalist, I was saying, I'm out here, all long-distance walking, it calms you down. And walking through the forest is like bathing. It's what they call it forest bathing. You go through the trees, and you come out feeling more like replenished, clear, with a clear head. So we recommend devotees to take advantage of taking care of themselves. I see that people in the Netherlands are really pretty good. They got a good physique, and they like to cycle, they like to walk. That's very commendable. I think that's really important. And Srila Prabhupada would personally be very happy if we did this. Okay, here's an image. It's a children's book. It's called The Walking Monk, and I didn't produce it, but that's me. Maybe it doesn't look like me, but it's me. Okay, and that's also kind of available, and with Samhita Press. Okay. Thank you very much. I wish we had more time, but what can I do? You have to follow the policies, and you can't be too transcendental. And I can't be sitting here thinking, listen, I'm a guest. You got to be nice to me. And if I need my 3 hours, give me my 3 hours. I can't be like that. I have to follow the program, right? And after all, after 45 minutes, people go, oh, give me a change. Isn't it? Short attention span these days. Short. Paquito, klein beetje. Klein, very small. That's, our attention span, not really. So let's see how we do with the kirtan, right? And we'll try to make the best of that. All right? So what do you do here? Is the tradition to go wild and hit the ceiling, hit the roof? All the holes in the ceiling. That's the result of everyone pumping up. And yeah. Okay, yes. You have to ask the pujari over there. Well, if you use that terminology, super soul is reserved for God. It's called Param Atma. Atma means soul and para means superior. Atma. So generally we say that it's in reference to God in the heart. Yeah, Krishna. Well, I just tried to tell you. The answer is no. We are paquito. We are small, tiny. Okay. Okay. I hope we didn't turn her off too much. Okay. It's very nice that you asked the question. Thank you. Now we're going to go for the kirtan, okay? The arti. Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. Haribol, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. And I guess we can make a pitch for. If we can make a pitch for the books. It's up to you. It's up to you, Bruce. Would you do the Guru? Hare Krishna. For the Mridanga. Haribol. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Srimate Bhaktivedanta Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jayo Jaya Gaura Chandera Arotiko Shobha Janavi Tata Bhane Jagamanalobha Jagajana Manalobha Gaurangera Roti Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Dakinini Taichan Mame Godadhara Anikate Advaita Shrini Vasachatradhara Bosiyache Gaurachand Ratna Singhasane Arati Korinna Brahma Adideva Gane Narahari Adikori Chamaradu Laya Sanjaya Mukunda Pasu Koshadigaya Shanka Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Karathala Madhuramridanga Bhaje Paramarasala Shanka Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Shanka Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Koti Chandrajini Vadanna Ujvala Galadeshe Vanamala Korijalamala Shiva Shuka Narada Premigada Gada Abhakati Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Woo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Bang, bang, bang. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Jayong Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajikacharya Suttara Satasi Simat His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. Jayong Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajikacharya Suttara Satasi Simat His Divine Grace Bhakti Saranta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की अनामा चरिशल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से गौ सिख से चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर आश्री गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप मायपुर धाम की गंगामयी की यमुनामयी की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की हरि नाम संकीर्तन की बृहत मृदंग की समवेद भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Ve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyam Paschachari Satarine. Namaste Narasimhaya. That's okay. Pralada Lada Dayane. Hiranya Kashipur Bhakshaha. Silatankana Kalaye. Ito Nrsing Aparato Nrsingo. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrsinga. Vahiran Singo, Ridaye Nrsingo. Narasingamading Sharanang Prapade. Avakar Kamalab Reina Kam Adbhuta Sringang Jolita Hiranya Kashipu Tanu Bringam Hey Shabadrita Narari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare. Kesha Badrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Little louder, all of us together. Let us sing the full mantra, please. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. One more time, louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. श्री श्री कर्णित गुरुचरण भगवान की जय, राधा दामोदर भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming and participating. A very special Kartik Sunday Feast Festival at ISKCON Amsterdam. We're very grateful to you, Maharaj, for sharing the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita with all of us. And we're also very grateful that you're walking across Netherlands, and we hope that this will continue and you will touch lives and hearts of many, many people in this land of Netherlands. Thank you so much for coming. Let us share our appreciation for Maharaj and for him taking out his precious time and walking across Netherlands by very loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Today's wonderful deity worship was done by Rangaradhika Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Can you please tell who all helped with the decoration? Nartaki Radha, do you know? Okay. Nobody knows who decorated the altar? Wow. It's amazing. So, our deity worship team is comprising of a team of devotees. Rajarani Mataji, Ashtasakhi Mataji, Rangaradhika Mataji, Janakinath Prabhu, and Premalata Mataji, and help me please, other devotees. Ashtasakhi, yeah, Prana Mataji. And all these devotees take care of our deities every day. So even in the month of Kartik, even we are not open for public as such, but the devotees are here taking care of the deities every day, cooking for the deities, worshipping the deities 3 times a day. So let us thank from the core of our hearts for all these devotees for tirelessly serving Krishna, Shri Karunita Gaurachandra in our temple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today's Sunday feast, the feast was cooked by Amrita Mataji. So, thank you, Amrita Mataji. Yes. Jannavi helped you. Okay. Let's thank Jannavi and Amrita Mataji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Are there any newcomers who have come here for the first time? We have a small gift from Srila Prabhupada in this auspicious month of Kartik. You'll be getting from Srila Prabhupada a small gift. And Maharaj, can you please give gifts to those who have come here for the first time? Parivada Prabhu, you can also help. Please raise your hands. And you can come here. What's your name? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Thank you so much. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We are in full swing in Karthik programs. Every day we are having different programs in all over Amsterdam and around. This is the 5th day of Karthik today, and I believe we have covered somewhere between 40 to 45 programs already. So we are on good streak. We have 25 more days and 200 programs to cover. Our goal is to make 250 programs. So we are well on course. We request all of your blessings and prayers that this actually happens as a service to Srila Prabhupada and Karunataya Gaurachandram. If any of you want to host, please reach out to Yogamaya. That's Yogamaya here. Please, you can reach out to her and you can give your contact to her, and we'll schedule to come to your home. It's a very simple program. Devotees will come to your home. We'll bring Damodar, we'll bring the Giveks, we'll bring Prasadam, we'll sing Damodar Ashtakam. Like, you don't need to do anything other than opening your door. You just need to open the door and then sit there. That's it. So please reach out if you would like to host such a program. It's just 1 hour, very simple, and zero liability. You don't need to do anything other than just opening the hearts and the door. Okay. And yeah, that brings Toshan. That's it, right? Oh, next week we have His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj visiting, 19th of August. Maharaj is visiting Amsterdam after 30 years, and it's going to be a big program. Also, one day before Diwali, 20th is Diwali, so 19th of August. This is October. Yeah, 19th of October is going to be a big program. We'll be also having. I hope we'll also have Association of Bhaktimarga Maharaj along with Jayadvaita Maharaj. Let's see how it goes. So it will be a big festival next Sunday. Please come and participate. A week after that, 25th of October, we'll be having Annakut ceremony at Amstelveen Bhakti Sangama Festival. We are trying to offer 501 offerings to Giriraj Govardhan. So if anybody wants to cook, also please reach out to Yogamaya. Then you can coordinate. 22nd of October is the actual day of Govardhan Puja. We'll be celebrating in temple. That will be here in temple Wednesday. It's a week, 1.5 weeks from now. 1st of November we have a Karthik Kirtan festival in the same church where we had the retreat with Mahatma Prabhu in Demon. So quite a lot of events coming up. We hope that you all come and participate and take full benefit of all these festivals which are coming up, and absorb yourself in the lotus feet of Shri Radha Damodar in the month of Karthik, and actually find Krishna in your heart. So that's our wish. As we're coming close to the end of announcement, let us please take a moment and pray for our own temple, for ISKCON Amsterdam. It's our humble request that all the devotees sincerely pray in this auspicious month of Karthik, and may Krishna award us our own place in Amsterdam, so that we all can get together there and celebrate festivals and without any problem, and every day be open for the visitors and guests, and have very nice deity worship taken care of. So let us all from the core of our hearts pray for it. Please let's recite 3 Hare Krishna mantra in this regard, all of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thank you so much. In last couple of weeks, we have had a lot of devotees getting initiation. First, our Vijay Prabhu became Vishwabandhu in California. I got my second initiation. Our dear Vrajasundari got her first initiation from Radhanath Swami Maharaj in London. Her name remains Vrajasundari Devidasi. And Jonathan got initiation yesterday. His name is now Gopinath from Matsyavatara Prabhu in Italy. So let us, and Igor became Ish. Yeah, so a few of us. Yeah. So also is a call for everyone else who are not in the list yet or is still searching for a guru. Please take to this step. This is transforming. You will find a lot of support from the parampara and the lotus feet of your own Guru Maharaj. So let us pray for the well-being of all these devotees who have taken to this step, and also for those who are upcoming by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And that's the end of announcement. And as usual, we end with a quick Vrindavan meditation. Let us please, in the month of Kartik, be extremely immersed as much as possible in the holy names of Shri Radha Krishna in the form of Hare Krishna mantra. Let us please sing Damodarashtakam every day. Let us come and offer giveks. If you can't come to the temple in your own homes, that's also fine. If you can't make it to any other programs, your home is there, Krishna is there. If you take a picture, if you want a picture, if you don't have Damodar picture like this, you want one, please reach out to Srini. He can give you one. You can take this to home and you can worship with giveks. If you want giveks, that also we can give you. You can do this every day at your own place. The month of Kartik is surcharged with potency by Srimati Radharani, that if you can do even a little bit of seva, a little bit of spirituality, more is always better. But even a little bit, you will get abundance of mercy. And with that, what do is we come and do more service. That's what we do. It's not that we just keep the mercy with ourselves and enjoy it for ourselves. We basically share it with others. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, what we are participating in through Srila Prabhupada. We go out and we give the mercy to everybody, as many people as possible. So let us have this mode and we keep singing. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. 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 Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Pinatha Madana Mohan. Prabhu. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. All of us. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Louder. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Natha Madana Mohan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe. One more time, all of us. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Vrindavan. One last time. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya. Thank you so much. We'll be singing Damodar Ashtakam now. Would you like to lead Damodar Ashtakam? Yes.
Hare Krishna. So we can have different relationships with the Lord. And one of the relationships is to feel like paternal love for the Lord, to be his mother or his father. And in this month, there's now the Lila of Damodar, and later on there is Govardhan Puja Lila. And they're both actually for parental love, to increase our parental love for the Lord. If you have parental love, then you don't want to have something from the Lord, but you want to give something to him. You want to take care of him like that. So we're going to chant these prayers, and so he will, for the people who are here for the first time, he will put 3 drops of water on your hand, and then you just let it slip. That is to purify your hand. And then you offer a givik to the Lord. And normally there's many circles, but say just do 3 circles to Krishna and Mother Yasoda, and then 1 to Lord Chaitanya, 1 to Lord Nityananda, and 1 to Prabhupada, or else it will take ages. Thank you. I will read the translation first. It's very important for those who are regulars here that you learn the words, because if you learn the words, then you could put your feeling in it. Otherwise, you just say Sanskrit names. But so, like, this is the translation, and this is what we're actually going to sing in Sanskrit later on. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who's beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, after breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was turning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from this wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yasoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he's crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his 2 lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear. Are you paying attention? His eyes are filled with fear. Can you imagine God being afraid? And the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to his crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood's pastimes as this, he's drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conception of awe and reverence. With great love I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon. I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopal, you may be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yasoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor, ignorant fool who has emerged in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kavera were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees to you in your form as a baby tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe, I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri Shri Radha Damodara Ki. So if you offer first. Yes. Namamishvaram Sachi Anandarupam Lasat Kunda Lamgo Kule Vrajamana. Cartels? Cartels. Yashoda Biyolu Galadhavamanam Param Rishtam Anchan Tato Drutya Kopya. Sit down. Yudantam Muhunitra Yukmamridyantam Karambo Jayukmena Satankanetram. Muhuswasakampa Tire Kanka Kanta Stita Graivam Damo Daram Bhakti Varam. Iti drik swalila virananda kunde swagosham nimadyantam akyapayanta. Tadiye sitage sur bhaktaditatvam puna prematastam tatavriti vande. Bolo. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadim Nachanyam Trineham Vareshatapiha. Idam Teva Purnatra Gopala Balam Sadamanasya Virastam Kimanyai. Idam te mukambojam achantanilai vritam kuntalasnikta raktasagopya. Lead here. Muchumbitam bimba raktadadame Manasa virastam alam vakshalabai. Namo Deva Dhammo Dharananta Vishnu Prasida Prabodu Kajalabhimagnam. Kripa Dristi Vritsya Tidinam Batanu Grihane Shamamagyam Hiryakshidrisha. Bolo. Kuvirat Majobad Mujevayatva Tvayamo Chito Bhakti Bhajakrito Cha. Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakame Priyasha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha. Namaste Studamne Spuradipte Damne Tvari Odarayata Vishvashadamne. Namo Radhikaya Tvariyaya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Radhikaya Tvariyaya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Sit down. Lamam Ishwaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokul Vrachamanam. Niet met je rug naar die date is, zo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Kom maar daar. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder, Hare Krishna, chant. Krishna Krishna.
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Sit down. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Snella, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Bola, Hari Bo, chant, chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola! Haribo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bara! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Woo! Haribol! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol! Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara Se Radhe. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Nitago Haribo, 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 Nitago Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Go Premanande, Shishirada Damadara Ke, Jai Muraya Chora Damadara Ke.